Welcome back. We are going to see today we can turn these store-bought base cabinets and this pile of lumber here into a craft shelf from my wife's craft room. This is 3 years in the making. I've been putting it off, and of course I picked the day where it's a nice warm 21 degrees outside to come out here and do this. So follow along, man. See if you like it. Okay, so once again, I don't have any plans or anything for this. I kind of have a vision for it, so you guys just kind of have to go along with me. I'm just going to kind of do it on the fly. I got some pile of 2x4s here. It's going to be kind of an exoskeleton shelf. We got 2 base cabinets. We're going to put a 1x6 top on it. And then I got some plywood, some 3/4 plywood back here for the shelves itself, and then some 1/4 inch to skin the sides of the cabinet so they look a little bit more finished when they're in there. This is not cabinet grade stuff. I'm gonna sand it, do the best I can, make it look good, and we're gonna paint it, and it should look just fine. So we got our 1x6 for the top, and then I got some 1x2s for to trim out the edges of the shelves to make them look a little bit more finished. So follow along. We'll see if we can't make something happen. I'm not a carpenter by any means. I'm a mechanic for a living. So, but how hard could it be, right? It can't be that hard. So I got my 2 rails. I cut them at 84 inches, 7 foot. I want it 16 inches deep on this shelving unit. It's actually going to be 2 separate shelving units. I actually haven't told you guys that yet. So 9 inches is what I figured up. It gives me 16 inches depth. So I'm gonna pocket hole and screw 3 of these in, just to kind of like a ladder style, just to make up this side. So let's get at it. There you have it. That's one side of the shelf. So like I said, it'll be essentially 2 separate shelving units. One will be a full length shelving unit, and the other one will be, it'll be attached to these base cabinets. So we'll have a shelving unit above it, and I'll do some kind of vinyl storage, something, I don't know. I have some kind of X pattern thing in my head. We'll see if I can actually execute it. Like I said, I'm not a carpenter, so well, we're playing one today. So let's continue on. We'll get this other side built. So, yeah, this is an IKEA box. So we're gonna add some IKEA storage things into this shelving unit. One, just because it saves me time on having to try to build something. These are already pre-built, and it just, like I said, it's just a time saver. I don't know if I save any money doing it, but it saves time. So, and ultimately time is money, right? So I'm gonna put this thing together. This is gonna determine the overall width of our first shelving unit that we're building right now. So I'll just go through a quick little speed up of me putting this together. Boy, the glue guy must get paid by the ounce on these boxes. Holy cow. Okay, so this is what it is. It'll hold 6 of these little white bins. They got lids on them. Gives her a place to store more stuff. So my thought is to mount it at the top of the shelf. So, but I wanted to get it assembled so I can make sure I get the right measurement, which is just over 36.5. So that's what we'll shoot for on our width for this shelving unit. So that way I can slide this up in there. I'll screw it in from each side and maybe put one up through the top just for good measure. And this is a simple little storage thing I didn't have to build. So that's the basic concept. So it's the exoskeleton kind of frame. I'm gonna stain all the frame and probably that rack there, and then the shelves will paint white and the cabinet will paint white, and then the wood top will probably stain it, give it a good contrast. So but she did not turn out too bad. So love it. Everything you could have dreamed of and more, she says. Okay, little update here. That's the top for the base cabinets. So I got them all cut down to roughly about the size that they need to be. They're a little oversized. I'll flush them up with a router bit for their final fitment. I got the sides put on the base cabinets on both sides, glued, and then Brad nailed them on. So I got the first full-length shelf stained. So I'm gonna get this top glued up and into some clamps, and I'll bring you guys back and show you guys what it looks like kind of sitting next to each other. And we'll probably have to break this into 2 parts. So this video is gonna get a little long here if it doesn't. So, well, we'll bring you back in a minute. All right, top's all glued up. Used a bunch of pocket hole screws to kind of make it a little bit more structurally sound. But there's our base cabinets. There's our big shelf, and we'll have a shelf above this one that's gonna match the height of that. So, but we are gonna have to end this one right here. So we'll next episode we'll cut the shelves, we'll get the top installed, we'll get everything painted and put in the room, and we'll try to tackle this X-shaped vinyl storage for all of her rolls of vinyl that she has. So we'll try to get into that next time. So I appreciate you guys following along, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.